Okay, so with my birthday approaching, um, it's that time for reflection. Or at least favorite thing, right? But I just kind of want to talk about like my review of my 20s and all of that stuff, like what that would even, just like what it's been looking like for me. And I think for me, I have, it's been a roller coaster. I used to think that like in the movies when they would say like your 20s is, it's gonna go, your life is just a roller coaster. Yeah, it's been a roller coaster. I've had a lot of good times. I've had a lot of not so good times. And I'm still here. So so I want to start with, let's just kind of, I guess we'll start with November. November was good for me. I would say that things were definitely, in a weird spot, but I was just, excited to get the year started. And then the upcoming year was not what I expected it to be. I was still in school at the time. I actually recorded a video, but I never posted. It's just on my laptop of me talking about like me quitting school and what that looked like and why. And to keep it short but brief, well, yeah. So, life was just looking a little different from what it was in November. At that point in time, I kind of developed a system of like, okay, I'm going to go to school, be a student, and then I'm going to go to work. I developed a system, and for whatever reason, I decided to keep going with that. I did it, I want to say I started of October, yeah, it was October to December, and I think I took 3 classes. Oh no, I'm wrong. It was 2 classes because I had to drop the other one because the other one was on Zoom, and trying to do Zoom on campus was just annoying. So it was 2 classes, and that was fine. It was good. It was okay. I had a little bit of issue of getting there at time, and it was a little stressful for me, but I made it work. So somewhere along the line, I decided, well, what if I just go ahead and decide to do um, a full term? Because I've never done a full term actually. I've only ever done I think it's the 9 weeks. I've only ever done the 9 weeks. So I decided like, maybe if I do a full term, I'll have more time to focus on like what I need to focus on. I'll be able to do more things, whatever cases. And it was the opposite. A lot of people who don't know this, I do take care of my mother part-time. And I'm also, work a part-time job, and then I do this. This is what I do. And at that time, in the beginning, I had so much energy in January, so much energy in February, and then March. It was draining for me. I had so much stuff going on. A lot of people don't talk about it, but your 20s, I feel like a lot of it is going to be unlearning things, obviously, but also like realizing that sometimes you have to teach your parents, like you have to parent them. And I think nobody really prepares you for that experience of what that is like. And so it was kind of weird. It's kind of weird. But needless to say, I had to stop because it was just too much that I had going on. I just had to stop. And it's really bad because I really did try. I emailed my teachers and I let them know what was my situation and what was going on. And it was just so difficult to be pulled in so many different directions. Because, obviously, like, working with kids, if you know, it can be a demanding job. It's a beautiful opportunity to have and a beautiful job to have. But when you have other things going on, multiple outside of that, it can get very stressful and very overwhelming. And school was just too much. I feel like I messed up when I decided to do a full term. if I would have did, the mini term, I think I would have been good because it would have been done in March and I would have been okay. But I didn't, so I stopped school. Literally 2 months before I had anything else. I was passing my exams, all that stuff, but I literally stopped. I stopped showing up. I felt like I was in a space of like I was going to like break down essentially, and so yeah. So now we flash forward to May. I was really excited because May was going to be the start of summer. So at that point in time, I was really focused on I was in my content creator bag, kind of focusing more on what I wanted it to look like and what I wanted it to be. But I still didn't have a clear vision. But I was just like, going with the flow, whatever case is. And then, summer happened and it wasn't really like what I thought it was going to be. And I wanted summer to be better, to be quite honest with you. I did. Because like the following summer, it was still COVID and stuff going on. And yes, while there is COVID still happening, things were open now and there were more things that you can do. And I just wanted to be, my chance to kind of live the summer dream that I had, because I didn't get that opportunity when I was 18. Didn't get that opportunity, and I didn't get it when I was 19. The following year. So I was hoping that this year, me being 20, earlier this year, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get in. It's gonna be great and all these things. So I was really hoping, and I didn't get that. I didn't. So I was in this really weird space for the summer. I was just I still have my job, so because of the way my job is set up, we do have field trips and stuff that we do, and I was just trying not to get lost, but it just felt like I had no direction. I wasn't in school, and school really provided so much structure for me. I feel like school provides the structure that I crave in my life, and I didn't know how to acquire that kind of structure without school. And then, moving into August and September, which by the time you guys have seen this video, this is going to be probably the second week of October, maybe the first week. I'm not sure. I'm filming this on October 3rd. But if I just go over everything that happened, August was, again, a month that was still kind of weird for me. I was going back to work, and I really was trying to figure out if there was a way like I could get back to school and all that stuff, because, anybody who knows, when you stop going to your classes, they're going to leave you with an obligation. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but that's just what happened. I was left with an obligation, and that was a little, but it was okay. So I was just, trying my best to figure it out, but I felt like I was in a state of just, like, I was very, like, low. But I was still trying to figure it out. I had so many different versions of like who I could be and what person I could be, because if you're an artist, you do anything with art, that you have the capability to do anything you put your mind to. So I thought about like maybe starting a gaming channel, maybe doing this, maybe doing that, and it was a little all over the place. Like, while I do still want to do a gaming channel and do that, or if I do game, I'll probably just put it on this channel, because I don't want to get in the habit of, I feel like this channel is what I've really been craving to do, this type of YouTube. I love doing my sit-down videos. That's what I started, and I do like doing the vlogs and stuff like that. But sometimes you just don't want to vlog. You just want to enjoy yourself and enjoy your life. You don't want to vlog, and that's perfectly fine. I'm not a vlog type of person all the time, and I'm just kind of understanding that like I don't have to be. But so at this point, I'm just trying to, like, at this point, late August, early September, I'm trying to figure out structure. What is it that I need in order to have some sort of sense of structure? I think I had a few videos that kind of went semi-viral on Instagram, which is kind of a surprise for me. I feel like I always got more love on TikTok than I ever got on Instagram. I mean, if you follow my page for a minute now, if you follow my page, you would know that my Instagram, I was at one point like doing visuals and taking pictures and trying to be, an Instagram model, trying to kind of just like build that as my brand. And I stopped doing that because I realized I wasn't happy with it, and I felt like I didn't want it enough. Even though I know I could do it, I didn't want it enough. So I kind of stopped doing that. So while yes, I like taking pictures and I like modeling and all these things, it wasn't something I really actively wanted to pursue, I think. You know, I feel like I'm in a space now where I'm wanting to, you know, bet on myself and focus on myself. So you're going to be seeing a lot of content from me. I know I've come back and forth and all these things, but I think I owe it to myself to do the best that I can. Oh, I forgot to mention, I even had a podcast, but I recorded it. I like the podcast element because I got to speak, but then I realized like it made me miss sit down YouTube videos. Like it made me miss that experience, and I think I want this channel to be, you know, almost like a visual diary, you know, where you see the vlogs, and sometimes I have the vlogs where I don't talk, and it's just a very nice aesthetic moment. And then sometimes where I have vlogs where I am talking, and I'm more chatty. And then sometimes where I'm just sitting down talking. That's what I want the channel to be. And then I also, you know, if you know me, you know that I love The Sims. But I do want to throw some gaming videos every once in a while because, you know, video games have been a part of my life since I was like, you know, as small as I can remember. I already kind of, you know, act like I'm talking to YouTube when I'm playing my video games. So I'm really considering that. But I just want to make a more consistent and more, you know, make it more apparent, like, that I want to do this YouTube thing. Because it allows me to be able to, like, keep memories and also, like, show off what I do. So I'm really, like, looking forward to that. Anyways, my 20s. I would say my 20s, this first year of my 20s has been it's been very insightful. A lot of different emotions have been felt. I think it's made me realize what I don't want. I had a few situations with people and made me realize what I don't want in a partner, what I don't want to experience. And that the kind of love that I want is a love that is, like, you know, spoken out loud and true, and just, it doesn't make me feel shameful. I wouldn't change it for the world. I'm really grateful for everything that's happened. I think from, you know, the failed situationships and the conversations I have with the kids that I work with, that almost like feel like I'm talking to like a healed version of not a healed version of myself, like it's almost like I'm talking to a child version of me, like me as a child. It's very interesting because the situations that they'll go through, the kids that will confide in me are, you know, kind of like me, and it's weird because like I'm talking to like a future version of me, but I am that person right now. I don't know. I really like enjoy that. So I think, you know, my 20s. It's been definitely, this first year has definitely been really interesting, and I'm so excited to see what 21 is gonna bring me. I have about a month to go, and I'm just excited to see who I am at 21. And I want to just keep investing in myself and, you know, focusing on nurturing my relationships and, you know, working towards my dreams, working on my craft. So I think it's going to be a little bit of a struggle, a little bit of a challenge because, you know, there's always that voice in the back of your head that's saying, you can't do it, you know, and while that voice has gotten quieter over the years, that voice is still there, and that voice will stop me from editing a video or stop me from feeling like, you know, this is the moment, I need to do this. And I feel like this is the best way I could have came back because, you know, as you can see, I'm wearing my bonnet, I'm wearing a, you know, very comfortable outfit, and, you know, I really just wanted this to be like a chit-chat, like we're just chatting. So if you found comfort in that, if you enjoyed it, please let me know what you think, and I will see you all next time.